Templetons were making plans for their newest addition.
What the damn?
Meet your new brother.
But this baby has other plans.
We babies are having a crisis. Babies aren't getting as much love as we used to. Behold our mortal enemy, puppies.
I would imagine with this film that you have a fair bit to relate to, because being the eldest of brothers, and also I think during the course of this film you had a few babies yourself, right?
Yes. Well, having my children, our children, with my wife Ilaria, that's even more instructive, if you will, because my childhood is obviously a long time ago. And so my memories of it are not as sharp as they might be. And I do remember that I was the oldest son in my family, so I was treated a little differently. I didn't have a lot of sibling rivalry with my brothers. I think that there was more sibling rivalry among them. But having our children, I see our kids, it's just amazing how they are so competitive for their mother's attention. I mean, they're just obsessed with my wife.
I mean, it's interesting, you know, I suppose we see you as a boss in many ways, and things like, you know, we saw you in 30 Rock, we see this, I mean, obviously Trump in Saturday Night Live. I mean, it's interesting that your career has moved into this direction.
You know, a lot of people don't want to play those kinds of roles. They want to play heroic roles and kind roles and, you know, funny roles. And that role of the kind of, you know, bombastic executive or whatever you have, the alpha male type, is something that they don't really want to play. When you play that role, when you play it effectively, you get offered it for the rest of your life. It's, I must say. So I have had a lot of that. And but what you try to do as well, I think, is to show the humanity in that person. You know, Trump, the same thing. I mean, Trump is more of a kind of just a through the looking glass, because we really reflect back so much of what he says and does. But this character in this film, what I love is animation. I love that everything on screen is rendered by somebody, by artists. The shape of the guy's head, my characters, so all of the physicality is something that they control everything just so. You know, we're actors who come in and voice the role, and everything else is done by these expert artists. And
I think you were saying about Trump that, you know, it's always like the essence was the fact that the guy is never happy, you know, in a sense that,
I mean, I thought Trump is someone who, he's frustrated and unhappy whether he wins or loses. It doesn't make any difference.
Right, exactly. Has it been interesting, though? I mean, I wonder if you had any hesitation with it, because in a way you've sort of become a beacon even for around the world with doing this Trump impression. So is it, I mean, people look to you now, I think, to filter the craziness a little bit, right?
Well, I think that people need some release, because it's there's a lot of people in the country who didn't vote for Trump. And I dare say that as the weeks progress, there are people who voted for Trump and they're not quite sure what they've gotten us into. You know, Trump is a wild card, you know, which is the last thing you want with a president. I mean, the president's policies can go on either side, to the right or the left, but one thing you want is a president who's got a steadfastness and who can help the country, you know, steel themselves and face their problems and try to get move forward with their lives. And Trump is someone who just makes everybody nervous and makes everybody anxious. The last thing you want the president to do.
Have you learned anything?
A, B, C.
No! That's exactly the problem.
Here comes the choo-choo train.
No!
They're watching. Choo-choo.
Okay. Choo-choo on that.